Hello, Packers fans, wherever it may be. It's time for another edition of the Pack Attack Cast. I know we've been out for about a week. I had to travel back from Green Bay for after practice number 6. That took a couple days, and when I came back, I had a minor medical procedure that kept me on bed rest for a couple days. But we are back. Also, really excited. I got this. Hopefully, you guys can see this. SmackDown is my new Trace Mack jersey. Very excited about that. Some of you will recall we had a contest to see who can name the Trace Mack jersey, and SmackDown was the most popular choice, and I really enjoyed it. And now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at Madden as part of the preseason coverage for tonight's game against the Steelers. As you can see in my background, I have modified the cover of Madden to show Jordan Love instead of you know who, because I don't want to have him behind me for an entire season. So it was relatively easy to do. And it means I don't have to see Williams on my desktop, which is something that was very important to me. So we're going to do a quick transition here, and we're going to switch over to Madden 27 and take a look at the team and look at the preseason game for today and see what we're looking for. So give me a quick second for the transition here. My
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get the preseason started. Off we go from Pittsburgh. And he'll get this up past the 20, but that's it. Good way to start the game for the special teams. The offense has a long field on drive one. Love to throw to get started. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth where the receivers say, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
Look at him go! And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line. the three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the first carry for Marshawn Lloyd. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Another run here with Lloyd. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on 3rd down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And now it's 4th down. So Matt LaFleur will send out the field goal unit. This from 30 yards out. His kick is perfect. And the Packers will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
He keeps rolling. Aaron Rodgers leading the Steelers out. Hard to believe, Greg, it's year 22, his 2nd in Pittsburgh, and teaming up again with his former head coach, Mike McCarthy.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in camp one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. Let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the pass. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level. And if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender.
He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one, and it'll be 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Packers offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. And Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
No, we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about it a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
This one complete, right side, it's Watson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
1st down, Green Bay.
Love gonna give it to Lloyd. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he's in! Savion Williams! Touchdown, Packers!
Now remember back, Mike, Their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
The extra point is good. And the Packers are out to a 10-0 lead.
Trace back to kick off for Green Bay.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Rodgers. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. The offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
This one complete to Washington. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
A-Rod out of the gun here on 3rd down. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now, and John's a punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. This one fielded out beyond the 25, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense ready for this next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Lord. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a 1st down. On 1st down, right back to Lord. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. From the 46. Here's 2nd down and 5. They'll run over center, and it's Lord. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down. And we get a stoppage for an injury. Oh, that is T.J. Watt, who is in some discomfort. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Momentum building here. On this drive, they go again, 1st and 10. To throw is Love. The outside, it's brought in by Golden.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
A give, here comes Lord. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. 1st down.
26. A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Packers.
They'll go again with Lord. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a 1st down.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
1st down throw there is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Second down throw for Love. He's got it at the 3. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down. Lloyd is in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
He's got it. And the Packers move further out in front. It is now 17-0. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious.
Trey Smack to kick off for Green Bay.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery.
Touchdown.
And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa. Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD.
Extra point.
The PAT, up and good. And the Packers are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no first downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive number 3. Rodgers to throw. He'll step up and run, and he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got a receiver. That's Michael Pittman. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A run out of the gun with Warren. He'll push forward for about a yard. Micah Parsons on the tackle.
35-yard line. 1 yard gain.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Rodgers. He's got Fryermuth open on the left side. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 24-0 is our score. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. They've got it facing 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Johnson. A pickup there of 13. That's a Steeler first down.
First down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 15-yard line. Good play calling rhythm. Drive continues. Another 1st and 10.
Steelers. First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard
He'll go
line.
again with Heidenreich. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and That's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. It's one of those things that rookie quarterbacks just really struggle with early on in the NFL. If you just stare down your primary read, you're going to get yourself into a lot of trouble. So continue to work through your progressions, take what's there, find the open receiver, and with more reps, this is something that you have to imagine he's going to really improve at.
Throwing on third down, Aller. He'll swing this out to Johnson, and he's going to have the first down. Just as the marker, it is first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Off the bootleg, it's Aller. He pulls it in around the 5.
No gain on the play.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's second and goal. To the air again. Aller under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up third and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
Now Aller on third and goal. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers are on the board now here in this second quarter. Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Here's Sky Moore now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. They'll run with Damian Martinez. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. So, from 37, here's second and 4. Once again, it's Martinez. And he's going to have a Packers first down as the tackle is made at about the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Green Bay.
On first down, they go right back to Martinez. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Asante Samuel on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Another run with Martinez. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle.
Gain of a yard.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Packers.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Savion Williams there. And it'll bring up second down. A run up the middle, that's Martinez. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Offense rolling right along on this drive. Another first and 10. On the handoff, Martinez. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
A loss of 2.
Now, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at At least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to two. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
Here's Taylor. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. The Packers going to call out the field goal unit. And this will be from 42 yards out.
A 42-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. That is over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Keanu's Benton on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Here we go, set. Lightning,
Taylor. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
5 yards on the play.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Clock ticking down, and we will hit the 2-minute warning. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find a throwing lane. And it sets up 4th down.
Trace Mack on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Packers going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out first down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Allen. He'll step up and run this. And nice work there. He'll go into a slide and gain about 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw on 2nd down is Aller. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They bring Skoranek in motion.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Aller. He'll get that to Wilson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
brings up 2nd and 5. At the
That
Packers'
shotgun snap, back to
27-yard
Allen.
line.
That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Third down, they need 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Motioning Tunyon, the tight end. Allen now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Boswell on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers will cut into that lead. Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Packers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready? Look at my feet.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you now to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. I bet you it was 2 different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2.